Genshin Impact Ayaka Kamisato. Ayaka has got to be one of the fan-favorite characters of Genshin Impact that is yet to be released, hence why today I thought we would have a bit of a dive into all that we know about Ayaka in terms of information about her, from her abilities to her lore and everything in between. So sit back and let's get started. Ayaka was a character available for free to players of the closed beta of Genshin Impact. However, once the full game released, players noticed the lack of Ayaka anywhere, leading to a demand for her to show up. However, the roadmap that miHoYo set up didn't feature any information about Ayaka within it, and only going up to patch 1.3, meaning that if she is going to ever show up and get released anytime soon, the soonest would then be patch 1.4. However, recent rumors have been claiming otherwise and saying that we should expect it to happen perhaps a little bit later or much later. However, those are not confirmed rumors, so in terms of release date, there is no concrete information at the moment. Ayaka's character. Well, to describe her, she's a 5-star cryo user with a sword as a choice of weapon, and hailing from the Inazuma region of Teyvat. She's actually the princess of the renowned house Kamisato of Inazuma, and she is the embodiment of nobility and elegance. Her full is, I'm not going to try to say this, here you go.
My house's name in full is Inazuma Bakufu Shabugyo Kamisato. Quite the mouthful, yes.
And she was born on the 28th of September. In terms of some aspects of her story, we get to learn that she's troubled about her great house and how to help out her brother when it comes to her whole family name. As a character, she has a great affection for the arts, poetry, dancing, music, and Go. On the official website, Ayaka is described as occasionally practicing swordsmanship so that she can pass time by slicing every falling snowflake floating around her on a snowy day. As for her looks, she is a female character and described as below average height with white bluish hair tied together in a ponytail by an armored headdress. She wears a blue pleated knee-length skirt with a large assortment of patterns. Overall, her outfit has a very traditional feeling to it, making sense considering her origin and affiliation. Alright, so finally, let's jump into the subject of her abilities, as there's really not much else to say about her story, so to say. But let's start with the abilities. Being that Ayaka was already present within the games at one point during the closed beta, it is a great way for us to kind of figure out a lot about her, and also a big thanks to Honey Hunters for compiling a lot of information about this character. Well, first, of course, we have her normal attack, where she can perform up to 5 rapid strikes, with her charge attack consuming a certain amount of stamina to unleash a continuous stream of sword ki. Next are her main abilities, starting with her Kamisato art, Hyoka. This is her E ability, and what happens is that Ayaka emits ice around herself and shortly afterwards launches nearby opponents, dealing AoE cryo damage. Her alternate sprint is Kamisato art Senho. By consuming stamina, Ayaka is allowed to hide within a swift flow of sleet ice that moves as she moves. In Senho form, she moves at a high speed on water in particular. When she reappears, the following effects are produced: inflicting cold on nearby opponents, and cold congeals along Ayaka's blade, converting her attack damage into cryo damage for a brief period. And finally, we have her Kamisato art Sometsu. For this one, Ayaka gathers frost with her fan and sword, creating blade storms that continuously advance forward. The effect of these abilities are as following: deals cryo damage over time to all enemies in its path. After the damage over time has ended, the created blade storm will burst, dealing cryo damage to all enemies in a bigger radius. So those are her attack talents. Next, however, let's look at her passives. First up is daily cooking. Kamisato Ayaka gains 1 additional proficiency when she cooks a steamed dish perfectly. Next up is Kanten Senmyo Norito, which basically normal attacks hits on enemies affected by cryo have a 6% to 18% chance, respectively, of shortening the cooldown of Kamisato art Hyoka by 0.5 seconds. And finally, we have Amatsumi Kinutsumi Ihahigoto. So while in Kamisato art Senho form, Kamisato Ayaka marks nearby opponents below 30% HP, leaving Senho form near marked opponents and immediately hitting them with a normal attack deals cryo damage equal to 300% of attack. This attack counts as a charged attack. And finally, we have her constellations, which of course could change over time. First one is Sosai Sumizome Sakura. Increases the damage of Kamisato art Hyoka against enemies affected by cryo by 20%. Then we have Ai Suigetsu, decreases the cooldown of Kamisato art Sometsu by 2 seconds, increases energy recharge by 15%. Next we have Hana no Nishikie Kamifubuki, basically increases the level of Kamisato art Sometsu by 3. Maximum upgrade level is 15. Then we have Eikyo Ryuhan. When Kamisato Ayaka's energy is above 50%, her normal attack damage is increased by 20%. When energy is below 50%, her normal attack crit rate is increased by 10%. Then we have Hanani Kumo Kane Irutsuki, which increases the level of Kamitsu art Hyokabi by 3. Maximum upgrade level is 15. And then finally, we have Mie Yuki no Seki no To. When casting Kamitsu art, Sometsu unleashes 2 smaller additional blade storms, each dealing 20% of the original storm's damage. So yeah, those are her constellations. And there it is. That is pretty much all that we know about Ayaka so far in terms of known information. If there's anything I have missed, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what character you want me to look at next. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more of these videos, as I'd love to cover other characters that we have yet to receive in the game of Genshin Impact. Thank you so much. I'll see you all the next time. Bye bye.